We kicked off the annual league meeting with Les Snead. One of the better stories, one of the truly one of the most fun people to talk to. I got a lot. I could
Yeah.
talk to him forever, and he opened up a little bit about what Matthew Stafford means to him as a man, being at where he is in his career, partnering with him, how that came together, how they're chasing special. Listen to this.
We're not just trying to finish second in the division, right? What is our goals? Key is this: we're chasing special. We're trying to see, hey, were the Rams going to continue partnering with Matthew? Were they not? So I do think because Matthew was at that stage of his career, it is why the process went down. You know what was really neat is I do think he wanted to be a Ram for a lot of variables. Part of that, one of the main ones, chasing special.
No one's shocked, but it was sort of the real confirmation that I've seen, the first one, that teams were knocking on the door for Matthew Stafford services. Of course they were. And as for the idea of chasing special, the sense that I get and got from Les is that he'd rather completely crash and burn in an attempt to go for it rather than sort of accept the mediocrity that exists around the league in some places. And that's why I have truly grown to love the Rams approach. Do boldly what you do at all. F yes. The one time I ever swore in my career was talking about Les Snead and the way he approaches the business of getting it done now while you're also planning for your future. We saw it during the FM picks era, and it is a little different now, right? They might make back-to-back first-round picks for the first time since Todd Gurley and Goff way back when. They are learning to lean more to the draft to acquire talent, secure both now and the future. But the results have been special. He erased the word rebuild. He gave no team in the NFL an excuse. Remember Hamilton, remember the Gurley deal? And it's gonna hamstring us forever. And that was the I'm not saying it's different for a million reasons, but the Deshaun Watson predecessor was that talking about that. And how much that 50 whatever million was going to crush them and, put handcuffs on them or whatever. He's the kind of guy, and this is the kind of team that sucks for a lot of other teams because he's giving you no excuse to, we're in rebuild mode. Expectations are low, we're in rebuild mode. They don't know. No.
Yeah, and it was the same when they made the Jalen Ramsey trade and the Talib trade and the Von Miller trade. They're mortgaging their future, and I'm guilty of it. I didn't think they'd be able to bounce back this quickly. I'll say it right now. But the way they're able to do it is through the draft because they've nailed all the picks that they actually have gotten to make. I mean, finding Puka where they did, Jared Verse last year, Braden Fisk. When you draft that well, Kyron Williams. When you draft that well, you can make it happen quickly, and they really were. They weren't just going all in for that Super Bowl, but they were betting on their own ability to crush the draft, which they have.
So, FanDuel Sportsbook, you told me this morning. Let's take a look here. The Rams are tied with the Niners at plus 170 to win the West. San Francisco, they've been getting the shorter odds all offseason. LA jumps the Niners and Commanders at plus 850 to win the NFC overall. That's behind only the Eagles and Lions. I'd love to know what their win total is, Hammy, if you can tell me and look that up. Maybe we'll get to that in the break.